What's the deal? It's your boy Norb's here with my man Killer Time, aka the Pack Buster. What's
Most
good, my
definitely.
G?
Just in the mode of busting packs. What we doing?
Well, I mean, if you read the title says Devin Haney's career may be over. Ask for footage to be deleted.
Whoa.
So check
Listen,
it.
I've been seeing that, buddy.
So this is the crazy shit about this situation, right? Let's get into it. I mean, there's been a lot of, and again, I apologize, everybody. I was in I was on vacation and just dealing with shit. So getting back in the mix of things. And all I've been seeing damn near every day has been the Ryan Garcia Devin Haney situation. And it seems to be getting more awkward every day to the point where um you got to start questioning if Devin Haney is mentally there anymore. Is he completely gone from the sport? And the reason I say that is, Troy, to be honest with you, I mean, he's talking about everything but actually fighting. He came out and said he would wait 2 years to fight. He said he didn't want to fight Ryan Garcia. Then he said he would fight Ryan Garcia. I don't believe he ever wants to fight Ryan Garcia. I feel like that man haunts him at night at this point, right? So let's start there. Then you got recently coming up, he said he was suing Ryan Garcia. So we're going to break all this down. And then actually, I think he served or asked the zone to erase the footage from existence so it's never there. So I'm going to start by answering that last joint, by responding to the deletion of the actual video. That alone right there just shows me that this guy right now is not sleeping well at night. He really isn't, Troy. He's more focused on what transpired in this fight than actually moving forward. He's still stuck. It's been 2 months, and I get it. There's a lot of variables that are playing into the situation. Again, that loss equal to nobody trying to book Devin Haney. He might be 31-0, right? Now with one no contest, but everybody remembers that he lost in emphatic fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think the no contest is going to change the fact that people are now left with a sour taste in their mouth about Devin Haney. Not only because of the fight, but because of the reaction that he's had post fight. You know what I mean? A lot of
Yeah, I
people are
do.
kind of turned off by him and Bill Haney's um, actions in regards to what's transpiring right now. A lot of people feel like Devin Haney should just get back on that horse and get into a fight, get another fight,
Ah,
and go forward. I mean, what's your take on that?
listen, I'm gonna tell you off the rip. The first question you said was he's not mentally there.
Yeah.
He was never mentally there.
Okay. I don't
I'm gonna
understand.
tell you why. I know that sounds crazy and it sounds like just left field, but every fight that he actually fought, he was never mentally there because he never wanted to fight without having an advantage of size.
That's a good point.
I
That is a
know.
very good point.
And that's why he wasn't mentally there because boxing is about skills. It's
Mhm.
about how you catch the punches, roll, catch, slip up under, deliver. That's what boxing is about. Every somebody put a video up every weigh-in he was in somebody's face. You too small. You too small. That means,
Yeah.
in hindsight, you were ready to have an advantage at all times. And the moment that you were at a disadvantage, which the Ostarine was a billionth of a gram and had no performance
I,
enhancing
I don't. I
effects.
don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. But we
Hey,
can
that's
keep
fine
going.
with me, but that's what the
Yeah.
lawyers in them said. So
No, that's what they stated. But keep going.
yeah, I know, and they can keep stating that.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
they've also lied multiple times. So you got to
but
continue.
they lied about the billionth of a gram.
They lied about the fact that it was a tainted substance, and it was proven it wasn't. But continue.
That's fine. I'm talking about the billionth of a gram. That is where it shows me like, hey, blood, the fact that you got your pack busted has something to do with your skill set. It had nothing to do with what you was doing out there. Your skill set does not play the part was not up to par. And that's where I'm at with it. Like, and that's why nobody's dealing with him because at the same time,
I wouldn't say nobody's dealing with it, but prior to this fight, a lot of people felt like he was the next one. In fact, the zone, Eddie Hearn
I'm gonna keep.
himself signed
I,
a,
I know
they
y'all
had an
be saying
agreement.
that, but who? No boxer was saying that.
I don't agree with that. There was a lot of people, most people prior to the Devin Haney Ryan Garcia fight, and we can go through a million blogs, didn't give Ryan Garcia a chance. Devin Haney was going to dominate him. In fact, I had people say that Devin Haney was going to stop him. I had to come out and say I haven't seen Devin Haney stop anybody
That's
ever.
niggas who don't know boxing, and that's why I
100%.
don't
But
even
that was
partake
so.
in
If
that.
that's the case, that's 95% of the boxing
Yeah,
generation.
and my buddy, my good brother, I'm never even discussing the 90% because I'm the 1%. And that's why my shit is always taken left field, and then after a couple weeks it comes to fruition, and then we be back, and you be like, man, why is everybody mentioning what you said? Because I'm the 1%. You don't see the things I'm
Yeah,
saying. That's why I'm
I know.
saying
I understand. I'm just talking
no,
about.
no, no.
I'm
But
talking about
that's
the
why I'm
public.
saying that
Yeah.
he once he felt like he was at a disadvantage, it was over with. He
No,
never wanted to
100%.
be.
Yeah,
He never
100%.
wanted to be in a fight where he was at a disadvantage, and he's always going to be at a disadvantage because he's a 135. He's a 130 pounder. He's not a
It's
47
crazy.
pounder.
I don't think he's really a 130-pound fighter. I don't think he can. I think he has to fight there in order to have an advantage. I agree with you on that. But he's much bigger than a 130-pound fighter. Now, what I'm
Nah,
saying
he
is, guys,
not. He not. His body frame ain't
you're
big like
you're
that.
pulling into 165. If he's pulling into 165 to a fight, he's a much bigger man. But
Boxing go by height, bro. He ain't big. Like his
that's not
frame is
necessarily
not
true.
big.
Then you got Fundora, who's about 6'5". Like,
Yeah, that's an exception to the rule. If you go on BoxRec and look at everybody, see,
I,
these are the things I've done in boxing. When you go on BoxRec and you look at everybody who fights at 135 and you take the average height, you'll see
yeah,
everybody's at a
100%.
certain height.
Like five,
You'll
six.
have
Yeah. Mhm.
you'll have your tall guys like the Hitchens at 140 and things like that, but that's not the majority.
No,
Devin
100%.
Haney, once again, wherever you start fighting at, when you come up out of there, it's because you didn't eat right, your diet is not right.
Well,
Marvin Hagler was at 160 his whole career.
let's get into what we were talking about. A lot of people had him. Now all of a sudden, he's turning and he's suing and asked the zone to actually delete the footage. And this is how I feel about that. First of all, I actually understand why he's suing. A lot of people are killing him. You probably don't agree with him suing Ryan Garcia, but I actually understand why he's suing Ryan Garcia because
I
at
do
this
too.
point, yeah, I mean, he's not getting the same plates, and that's what I'm saying. Prior to the fight
He
with Ryan
wasn't
Garcia,
getting these fucking plates before he was boxing. I mean, before he fought Ryan Garcia, he wasn't getting crazy plates. That's the
Ryan Garcia was
crazy
probably
part.
his biggest payday, but apparently his paydays have dramatically went down,
Cause
and
that's his
people don't even
real
want to book him.
paydays. Them is his real paydays. Was he not selling double wood? Or am I lying?
I'm not. I agree with you on that. But what I'm
Then
saying
them
is,
the plates he deserved.
you can't
Listen, he ain't
say
get listen. I can't say it.
you can't say right now that Devin Haney was struggling to get fights. Devin Haney right now is not getting the same numbers that he was
No,
seeing
he
before.
wasn't struggling to get fights because he was fighting the people that were in his tax bracket.
But he was still seeing more
Yeah,
than
I
he's seeing
know.
now.
But now he's going back to fighting people in his tax bracket, which is a Sandor, which are the Regis Prograis, which
Okay,
are the Leonarduses, which are the guys who've done things but
but
not done mad things. They're in that same pay grade.
I hear
And
what
now
you're
he get
saying.
one pay grade with Ryan Garcia, and he thinks he's deserving of those pay grades. Let's
He's
take
not even
that.
getting offers. Eddie Hearn
He
came out and
wasn't getting
listen. I'm gonna
offers
give
from the jump.
let me give you his point. He came out and basically said that ever since the loss to Ryan Garcia, that they've been out there lowballing him, not even offering him fight. Like, remember, he was supposed to fight the Martin fight.
Listen, I just need somebody to how is it a low ball when Ryan Garcia is the reason you got paid?
You don't think he was getting paid when he fought Kambosos?
Fuck no. His numbers are double what?
He doesn't sell pay-per-views, but you're not going to sit there and tell me right now that Devin Haney's stock has not dropped.
Listen, bro, it was never high.
That's BS. That's BS.
No, it's not, bro. Listen, bro. His numbers, I'm done.
He might have not been selling, but you can't sit there and tell me that people weren't saying that he was a great fighter or he was on his way.
That has nothing to do with your numbers. You could be a great rapper and don't sell shit.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with his numbers. His skill set is on the right side. His numbers are on the left side. The numbers have to match the skill set over time, a la Floyd.
He's not even getting offers right now.
He was never getting offers.
He was.
Bro.
Yes, he was. Devin Haney was getting offers. He might have not been selling at the rate of a Gervonta Davis.
Who was
he was still getting numbers.
Huh? He's an independent contractor.
Yes,
he's making his own shit. Nobody's offering to see Devin Haney run around.
DAZN was.
For 12, no, he was an independent contractor.
Yes, he does, but he had a partnership going with DAZN.
Yeah, that's not the same as being promoted, sir.
Well, let me give you the claims.
That's why he had no offers. He was making offers to niggas.
Prior to the Ryan Garcia fight, there was many people offered him. What he's claiming is now.
Who?
Bro, he had a lot of fights going. Yeah,
no. Name a nigga who was offering Devin Haney a fight. Because niggas was turning down Devin Haney.
He turned down Shakur Stevenson. Yes or no?
No, Shakur turned him down.
No, he turned down because he offered him 25%.
No, he offered him 25%, and Shakur is clear he didn't want that. And then Shakur was coming back saying
the man came off of fights like Lomachenko, Kambosos twice. Listen, let me just get to his claim.
No, he had to press them niggas to get them scraps. They wasn't trying to scrap with him off rip.
So
they elevated Lomachenko to super champion because nobody wanted to get in there because his numbers are trash.
His numbers are not you.
I've been mentioning this shit for months and months. Nobody wants to fight Devin because his numbers is trash. His belts meant nothing.
All right, so
Ryan Garcia offered him a fight and gave him a fucking payday. He got his pack busted, no matter what it was. Now the real jug is up. See, I've been noticing this jug because he's been skipping around, trying to do little shit. And then once this nigga lose and get his pack busted, he's just an annoying little fly. They're like, hey, bro, go on. Don't nobody really want to scrap with you. You really not him like that.
That's not true. But hold on. So basically his claims are and this is where I agree with Devin Haney. I understand him suing because he's lost wages, he's lost value. His brand is not as strong as it once was. Regardless of the loss, it is because of the Ryan Garcia situation. Now, I don't know how he's going to actually win that. Okay. Shakur turned him. Yes, Shakur turned it out because 24%. I get that. I don't know how he's going to be able to prove that that's what happened. Now, listen, the fact of the matter is, for the Ryan Garcia situation,
man, that shit is so fucking cap because every champion who loses, it taints their fucking record. It's like these niggas don't know boxing.
It's the fact that Ryan Garcia cheated and he lost. And that's what he's basically fighting at this point. And I don't know how that's going to work in the court of law because this is a civil case, but he is definitely going after him. But
I know how it's going to work. It's not going to work. Because when they look at when they go into the court books, and if you present facts, I'll be in court all day.
Aren't you also the same person that said that Ryan Garcia would be able to show up to court and say Eric Conte or Victor Conte did this, so I shouldn't be guilty, but still got suspended?
I said it was a possibility. I didn't say he wasn't going to do that. And he instead of taking it to court and presenting the facts, he worked out a deal ahead of time so he can get a.
Because he knew he was going to get suspended.
He pleaded out.
He knew he was guilty, bro. Bottom line is this.
Listen, all of that is fine. It has nothing to do with Devin Haney getting his pack busted. You know why? Yeah. Because the nigga Michelle, whatever, Riviera, who fought Frank Martin, also got caught on some shit and got his fucking pack busted and lost. That's a fact.
Regardless of the situation, he's basically making his claims at this point. And this is what I'm saying. I don't believe Devin Haney is gonna be able to bounce back from this.
He would have did this with anybody.
He's not bouncing back from this, and this is what I believe. I believe that mentally, at this point, his focus is solely on men in blacking everybody's memory from this fight, which is not going to happen. And I think this is what's going on. Hold on, let me read this comment. Ryan on a smear campaign, he's throwing a lot of dirt and shade Haney. Wade got thousands of fans hating Haney. A lot of people are hating Haney, but I think some of it has to do with actually Devin Haney and the actions he's taking. Most people that follow boxing are saying that Devin Haney should just go back and fight Ryan when it's time and beat him once they figure out that he's not.
He can't beat nobody, bro.
He's beating a lot of people, but
man, he ain't really. Listen. He came. I know exactly what he was doing. What he was doing was he know that these niggas is small. He ate up, and he know that they 35-pounders, and he was coming in over rehydrated, so he could take punches and deliver better punishment, and he could just be the heavier man. At the same time, it was people at 35 he can't see. It's people at 30 that are giving problems. He's not a power puncher even at those low weights. His first 30 fights, 20 fights was in Tijuana. And they still saying he lost a fight there.
What I'm saying is I don't even think he has the desire. The desire at this point. Hold on a second.
Bro, I'm going to say it again.
Hold on a second. What dude name with you? Does he think Ryan is whack? I don't think he thinks Ryan's whack. I think Ryan's a good fighter, but this not part of the topic. I'm talking about basically Devin Haney's mental right now. Why people are killing him. People don't appreciate him going out
because you could. It's don't make no sense. He literally was on the TV talking about something. I don't want to give Ryan a rematch. You're not in leniency to give anybody anything. You got your shit busted. That's why nobody fucking with him, because of the delusion niggas be living in. But I'm gonna let niggas do it.
I mean, Ryan did cheat. I mean, that's the point that he's rolling with. Listen, saying that if Ryan did
nothing to do with him getting hit with that fucking hook over and over with.
So you don't think so?
And no, it ain't about what I think. I actually boxed.
I don't care if you actually.
And then Ryan after that starts showing every video of him knocking niggas down and sparring. Blair Cobbs, he dropped him. Everybody get dropped with that.
All right, let me ask you a question. So if Ryan Garcia was 100% confident in that fight, why would he have taken Ostrin?
Listen, I'm not gonna say. I still don't believe he took it.
Oh, he
definitely. I still gonna say he didn't.
Even he believes he took it.
Because it was a billionth of a gram. The reason why Devin lost is because he got hit with a hook over and over.
I understand that, but my question was
if he would have won the fight, nobody would have said anything, bro. It would have been crazy.
Yeah, baby. My point is this: if somebody's that confident, thank you, baby. You're not going to take Ostrin. I mean, listen, whether people believe it or not, even Ryan Garcia believes it. He's attempted many a times to, and let's be honest, you came out and said a company, you took tainted fucking substances, excuse my language, and it came out that they weren't tainted, that you lied about it. So what does that tell you?
I can't actually say it came out that he lied, because
the company is suing.
Company. Everybody's suing.
He never had the presser about it. Listen,
everybody's suing because he's not about to press about nobody. That's what his lawyers to do.
We're gonna move forward with that.
Are we drunk?
My man says,
his lawyer's been speaking for him.
Facts, I'm a Haney fan. I don't like how he's moving, but I never cheated. I never been cheated like that also. Listen, I understand Devin Haney's gripe.
I mean, listen, I understand why he's suing, but he has no grounds to sue, because at the end of the day, the reason why you lost is because you kept getting hit upside your head.
But the fact of the matter is, did he or did he not test positive?
For a billionth of a gram, yes.
Did he test positive? I hate when people say a billionth of a gram. That's what came out in the residue.
That's the
because
facts.
Nobody does a cycle and does a billionth of a gram. Let me
this is what you're not understanding. Nobody's doing a cycle for a billionth of a gram, but you're just constantly saying what he did.
Nobody is going to do a little bit of steroids.
Listen, nobody
What is a
knows
little
what
bit of
even
steroids gonna do?
happened with the nigga, blood.
Let me ask you a question. Why would you take a little bit of aspirin? You're a boxer.
Why would you take it, period, and not take it versus Tank? So we could just keep asking these questions.
Answer the question.
No, I got
no. You can't answer a question with a question. Why would you take a little bit of aspirin since you're a boxer?
Cause I don't take Ostarine. I don't know.
Then why would you?
I can't answer that because I don't.
My point is
I don't do that.
He didn't take a little bit of Ostarine.
I can only tell you why a little bit of Ostarine was in his system is because he could have had contaminated things, which Victor Conti literally
was BS, which was already proven to be BS.
Victor, all right, so everything Victor Conti said was BS.
Holy shit, this guy doesn't let me talk.
Because he said on the black market these things can be contaminated. He didn't say that.
And the products that he said that were contaminated came out to be false.
Who said that? Is it been in the court? Have them things been tested? They said they tested the supplements and they were tainted. Of course, the company Norbs will say, no, our shit is not tainted.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Why would they say, yes, our shit
did Ryan or did Ryan not said he was going to have a press conference about the tainted substances?
That's what the lawyers didn't do that. The lawyers didn't do it. The lawyers didn't come out and say that. I don't know what Ryan said. I don't be paying attention to what he be saying.
So then how are you speaking?
I pay attention to what the lawyers say.
Okay. He never had the presser.
Did the lawyers mention that the tainters were supplement in the press? Did they? You don't want to answer that. The lawyers did. The lawyers said, literally said that the shit was tainted. The lawyer said it in the press, which would be a presser.
No, this was a press conference on a Tuesday, and then
a press conference. Putting it on posting it on a platform.
Bro, you are the most stubborn, argumentative person in the world. You're not even listening to facts at this point. The fact of the matter is, why would he take the suspension if it was actually true?
Because he wanted to work out a deal. That's what he did, bro.
Okay, good. We're gonna move past that.
That's what he did. You asking me questions to ask what he did when all I'm doing is taking the surrounding facts and putting them together for me. You're going and saying it's automatically this because somebody's suing somebody. Now Devin is suing Ryan when you're saying that he don't even have grounds to sue, but you understand why. Because he hurt his pockets. When every fighter who loses, their pockets are hurt and they have to take a pay cut. Okay. Then on top of him taking the pay cut, he was taking the pay cut off rip because he never was worth the fucking money. And why we can't just see that?
What are you actually talking about at this point?
I'm talking about a nigga being worth money.
What does that have to do with the fact that Ryan tested positive? And then
because he was tested for a billionth of a gram. Why can't we just stay on that?
Okay, so let me ask you. So you know what? You're a very smart guy. So I'm gonna go with your argument. If you're tested if you come up positive for a billionth of a gram, is that still not cheating?
No, it's not because it had no performance. It's enhancing effects. Do I gotta scream that over and over?
Was it an illegal substance?
I'm gonna just stop screaming.
Was it an illegal substance?
The billionth of a gram that had no performance enhancing
Was it
effects.
an illegal substance?
Did it have any performance enhancing effects?
Yes. Why would you?
No, it didn't because it was a billionth of a gram.
Okay. So you know what I'm going to start doing? We're going to start doing a little bit of crack, just a little bit of it. Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Listen, niggas do that every day, Norbs. You talking to a prophet. Listen, in every substance of cocaine, of the actual leaf, they put that in the actual medicine. You want to take oxycodone and all of these things are one molecule off of being cocaine. Did you know that, bro? Or you just talking? You don't know that.
Did Ryan test positive?
He tested for a billionth of a gram. So that's what I'm gonna keep saying.
That is when people say that, the IQ has to be very low. That is absolutely insane.
No, it doesn't. That's why they test. That's why they test the levels of testosterone.
Okay. Bro, that's what came
Yeah, I
out in the
know. I
residue.
know it's okay. They don't
That's what
test the
came out in the
levels.
residue.
They didn't
Anyways,
test
we're
the
gonna move
levels.
past that. I'm gonna have to mute you real quick because
Yeah,
you're not
do
even
because
allowing
you
the show to go, bro. Like seriously.
go ahead.
Ryan beat him.
He beat his ass
He did. But the fact of the matter is he tested positive.
for a billionth of a gram.
So Devin Haney is asking for the footage to be deleted, which he's not going to get, which the zone already went out and said what they were going to say. Now, the point is this. Does Devin Haney actually have a point at this point in the lawsuit?
I'm going to say it again, Nords. If your numbers before Ryan fight, listen, I'm going to tell you what they tried to do.
Nobody is
to
offering.
solidify a
You
contract
cannot
with
say, hold on, you
Teofimo.
cannot say that his fucking brand took a hit ever since that. You can't say that. You can't say that.
In the history of boxing.
Fuck the history. We're talking about Devin Haney. You cannot say that Devin Haney did not take a big impact against his brand after the Ryan Garcia fight.
Norbs, his brand was never established, sir. During the thing, we had everybody
Let
saying
me pull up interviews prior to
he
the.
was
Let me pull up
something,
interviews prior to the fight.
and listen, Norbs.
No, I'm gonna
His
pull up interviews.
numbers were trash. You don't understand boxing, bro.
I definitely understand boxing.
No, you don't.
You definitely don't
because
understand business.
You don't understand it from a. Listen, I'm gonna tell you where you don't understand it from. You don't understand it from a skill set and a business set according to your skill set. Let me tell you why. People were saying that Tank was avoiding Devin because of Devin's skills and sparring. But why wasn't Devin getting paid
This has
Tank
nothing
numbers?
to do with the argument.
You're not listening because you're not letting me get it out. And I know people don't want me to bust their shit open. So they just gonna continue to cut me off.
Go. No.
So,
let off the.
So Devin, who's supposed to be the next Floyd, why he not making money like Ryan? I mean, why he not making money like Ryan, and why he wasn't making money like Tank? Why? Because he not knocking shit down. He not an exciting fighter. His brand was boring. He's a pillow-fisted man. Those his skills. Over time, that shit takes time to build your career. He tried to start out like Floyd off rip. That's not going to work. As a classical boxer, you have to be knocking shit down. He wasn't knocking nothing down. The moment somebody busted his ass or he had a controversial fight and he was keep getting split decisions and shit like that, it was over. His brand was already tainted from the Lomachenko shit. Because they said Lomachenko deserved a rematch. He didn't want to get a rematch because he knew he wasn't going to win a second fight. Then the moment he got his ass beat, it's over. I've been saying, listen, the moment Triple G got his ass beat, it was over because now he got to fight Boo Boo. He got to fight the Charlos. He never want to fight them niggas. He retired. Earl Spence brand was already in a certain limbo because he never was fighting certain champions coming up. He was avoiding them. Why? Because his chin and his skill set was in limbo. It was testy. He already been hurt fighting Lardy and all. Devin Haney was already chinny. We already knew this. So the moment he got his pack busted, bro, they go, hey, now you got to get paid what you got paid, nigga. You ain't nobody paying you that no more. So it's over. He never had a brand of Tanks. His brand was never like that, bro. It was like when Sean Porter thought he was going to get bread for fighting Bud. No, you get $1 million over here, nigga. Don't nobody want to see that wild ass shit you doing. Nobody wants to see it. Yes, you're a decent fighter. Nobody wants to see that shit, bro. That's the business of boxing. If you don't know that, you don't know it. Nigga, you got to be knocking niggas out. Devin Haney ain't knocking nobody out. He wasn't getting paid that bread until Ryan gave him an opportunity. nigga. And that's why they saying where our money at from the pay-per-view buys. You can't lie them numbers, Norbs. Can you? You can't. No, when Spence was coming up, he wasn't fighting the journeyman and
Did
the
Spence not have a fight
ex-champions
in
that
Dallas
had
Stadium?
champions on his
Did
resume.
Spence not have a fight in Dallas Stadium?
You didn't even hear what I said, blood. I'm
I
gonna
heard
just
everything
keep
you
it
said.
going because I know niggas ain't listening in this hour.
I heard everything you said. Did he
No,
not
you
have a
didn't.
fight?
I
You
said
said
Spence
his.
wasn't fighting journeyman champions, putting them on his resume.
We're talking about brand and people wanting to see you. And
Yeah,
you said,
listen, bro. That's why he went to Dallas to fight. Spence avoided Luis Collazo, Amir Khan. He could, if he was good, he could. Them as ex-champions
we're
that
not
niggas put
talking
on their
about
resume
avoid.
to get them
Bro,
the
you're
fuck
talking
out
about
of here.
apples and oranges. I'm talking about the person's
No,
brand.
I'm talking about boxing as a totality.
We're not talking
And
about
when,
boxing as a
listen,
totality.
and when you're chinny, when in your background you do alcoholism, these things matter on your brand. So to keep your brand
Was
as the
Errol
promoted
Spence?
fighter
Was Errol
on a high
Spence?
level, we're gonna avoid certain fights and certain fighters. So
Was
we
Devin
won't get
Haney
the
not
back bust.
in the top 10 pound for pound fighters list?
I'm done, blood, because
Yes or no?
I gotta get on
This
my
is his
own
boxing.
channel.
So,
Because
yes or no?
I see niggas don't really understand
Was
the game of
Devin
boxing.
Haney in the top pound for pound fighters list?
No, he wasn't.
Okay, let me pull that up for you. Because we're gonna go with facts from here. Because you clearly don't listen. What was it? This was 2023. Mhm. Wow.
Let me know when you got it up.
Yeah. And he's actually still there, by the way.
What is he on pound for pound list?
Devin Haney in 2023 was number 9.
Oh, he wasn't in the top 5.
He's top 10. Stop with the stupid. Yo, come on, dog. Seriously. Seriously.
No, it's top 5, dead or alive.
Bro, honestly, like. Anyways, we're gonna move forward. I'm not even this.
Move
This is the
forward.
most
Move forward,
ridiculous
because y'all
argument
niggas
I've
don't
ever
know
heard in my life.
boxing. Y'all niggas
Bottom
don't
line
know
is this:
boxing
Devin
like y'all
Haney is
think.
complaining. Devin Haney is definitely, in my opinion, I get what he's
Amir
saying.
Khan is a 2-time champion. And I'm answering the chat, bro, for you. Amir Khan is a 2-time champion. And
Let me know when
Bud
I can
fought.
talk. Just let me when you're done, I'll talk.
Go
Let me know.
ahead.
No, because I
I was
don't
just
want. I
answering
want
the
you to get
chat.
everything out.
I was answering the chat.
Okay. Let me shut down the chat. Wow. So,
Niggas
anyways,
laughing at Amir Khan, but he got the same. He was a unifying champion like Andre Berto, like Errol Spence. That's
that has
crazy.
nothing to do with the topic at hand at this point.
Well,
Anyways,
that's actually something to do. We're just talking about branding, but I was just answering the chat, giving them facts.
so anyways, as I was saying, Devin Haney got denied by the zone to take down the goddamn footage. And now we're at a point where do we believe Devin Haney is going to be able to rebound from that? I don't believe it. But Devin Haney's doing everything in his power to get it eliminated, which to me, I believe shows a fighter that is not going to come back. In fact, he got downgraded as the champion in recess because he's not ready to come back to fight. So to me, I don't see how Devin Haney is going to make a comeback. I mean, but I do agree his brand is shot right now because nobody wants to pay him what he's asking for at this point.
Nobody ever was. Listen, he couldn't even get fights a couple years ago because he wasn't worth the bread. Niggas had to give him a belt, put him in position.
Give him.
And this is why I keep
what
saying
belt, what
you
belt
can't
was he
lie
given?
yourself way to the top. They
What belt
gave
was he?
him
What belt was he given?
when they elevated Lomachenko to the super champion.
You do know he beat Kambosos for the belt. Kambosos took the belts from Teofimo.
Norbs, we talking about the first belt Devin Haney ever received.
Okay, we're talking about when he unified. He wasn't given anything.
Yeah, that I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
I'm talking about why his brand is always that. I'm just trying to explain to you the facts or why his brand was always fucked up. Excuse my language. Because in boxing, you're not giving belts. Then after that, he never he wasn't a knockout artist.
He never has been. But it
Okay.
doesn't take away from the fact that he was
Second,
getting booked for fights.
all right, go ahead, finish your shit.
No. Please tell
I
me
was
how
just
his
talking
brand.
about his brand.
Tell me
We
how his
talking
brand
about
was not
brand.
affected by the Ryan Garcia loss.
I'm about to shit on this whole brand with the facts and
So
see why
listen,
he wasn't getting paid like that. And
nobody
why he
said he
had
was
to
Tank.
force. Why he's an independent contractor.
He's independent
And,
because he's
and
smart.
no, that's really not it. Because
That's very
he
smart.
actually do need a promoter because a classical boxer is better with a promoter because they need someone to vouch for their style
Okay,
of boxing.
that's a good point. So let's go with point A.
I can't even get the
No.
brand yet.
I'm going to your point. We're going to your argument, which has nothing to do with the topic.
No, this is your argument.
No,
You
no, no,
wanted to
no.
talk about his brand,
Listen, are we
and
going
I'm
to talk
telling
about
you
what you
why
said?
his brand has always been
Okay, but
trash.
you said again a top promoter, correct? Continue. A
Yeah,
top
he
promoter.
needed he actually needed a real promoter.
Okay.
And when he came to somebody to help raise him, Floyd already offered him 20,000. That's a fact. Because you know why? Because Floyd said he's solid. He didn't offer Tank that. This is when boxing is realistic.
Okay.
His brand was never gonna be what it was because to get a certain type of brand in boxing, you have to go to the Olympics or be a national champion multiple times. This is real boxing shit. If you don't do that, don't nobody fucking know you. You wasn't invited to the nationals. You wasn't doing. You know why Devin Haney got out of the amateurs? Because the niggas who was going to the nationals and shit, he couldn't beat them.
So we're
So
talking about
when he
independent
turned
versus.
pro, he was automatically gonna be on a certain level because everybody who come out of the Olympics get first dibs. They get promoted first because they was the best in the amateurs. Those are the Amir Khans, the Andre Bertos, the Terrell Gouchets, all of the Arislan Lauras, the Yuriorkis Gamboas. Then when you get certain fighters who are anomalies like Tank, who their power is known to carry up, they're gonna get a pass, but they're gonna have to show it because if you look at his box rec, Tank really fought some Negroes early as a young guy who without having an amateur background.
We're
So if
talking about
you
promoters.
don't go to the Olympics,
Okay.
you don't win the nationals as a grown ass man. Not as a child, because they got a junior and then they got an elite men's. When you come out of the elite men's as a Usyk, some of these guys, most of these guys who be going to the top, you automatically gonna have a better brand. You gonna get promoted different because you were the best in the amateurs. Devin wasn't the best in the amateurs. So how he gonna be the best in the fucking pro?
I didn't say it was
He
the best.
never had a realistic brand when it comes to the totality of boxing.
So let me ask you a question.
Because to get branded, Lomachenko get to do what he did, blood, because he was a two-time gold medalist.
We were just talking about independent to having a top promoter, and you went off.
That's why he went independent to try to work his own hand and say, "No, I can't." Look,
You know, when
I've
you're
been
independent, you make more
independent.
money, right?
No, it's all what you
So let
negotiate.
me ask
That's
you a
real
question. That's
contract
a
law.
good. So you would say Bob Arum, right? Top Rank is a big promoter, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he one of the best,
one of the best, right?
but he ain't got
So
no money
answer
for
me this
black
question.
fighters.
No, so answer me this question since you're pretty knowledgeable about this thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why has Devin Haney had a bigger promotional buzz than Shakur Stevenson? Why has he had the bigger fights than Shakur Stevenson. I'm confused. I'm stupid, so I need to understand that, please.
It's because he's independent. And when you're independent, you can work your behind hand with other people and be like, man, just give me the fight. If Shakur was independent from jump, see, this is the thing. When you come out of the Olympics, you don't need a fucking promoter. You should be independent, a la Roy Jones. Did deals with HBO because you already got it. Listen, I talked to Bud in the DM. These are facts. Bud needed a promoter because he needed to be put out there first.
He was with
But
Top
once he starts selling out Omaha, I told him, you should leave Top Rank. He didn't do that. He resigned. He couldn't get the Earl fight. That once you reach a certain plateau, you need to be independent because you can always sell out your home state, like Earl Spence. He was independent. He went to the Olympics. Those are facts. PBC is an independent promotion.
You still haven't answered the question. Why?
I said because he was independent.
And that means
so as soon as you lose as an independent, now you're going to need a promoter. Because nobody wants to independent, you got to put out your own bread. That's why he could only offer Shakur 25. Shakur didn't understand the business. He like, no.
Shakur Stevenson's net value is $3 million. You know what Devin's is in 2023?
Look, that's all of that is fine because Shakur
what do you box for? Money or pride? I mean, I don't get it. The question was simple.
Shakur,
Shakur
doesn't understand the business.
He shouldn't. He has a top promoter, top rank.
Yes, Spencer's with Al.
Why is he leaving? Why is he leaving? If it was such a great experience.
Spencer's independent.
Why is another question? Since you know
Shakur,
you got a lot of good answers. Why is Shakur now leaving to become independent?
So he can negotiate his own shit and get all of his money because he doesn't want Bob Arum taking 25%.
So again, the question is
of the 20, he don't want him taking a third of the 25%.
You're not going to give Devin Haney credit for being independent and make it. Bro, you said that you need a big promoter. Devin Haney did not need a big promoter, and he's
listen, bro. Devin Haney did 20 fights in Mexico and start to get. Listen, bro. His plan was my plan. That's what I'm trying to explain this shit to you from a boxer standpoint.
You said you need a top promoter. He didn't need one.
No, he needs a promoter.
He has Bill Haney. He has Devin Haney promotion.
He's not a legitimate promoter on paper.
He's made him $6-7 million.
No, listen, bro. You misunderstanding what I'm saying. He needs a promoter. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay. Keep going.
I'm not talking about a nigga talking shit. I'm talking about an actual Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, a Lou DiBella, a Goosen. He needs an actual promoter. Because promoters have their own fighters and could put on their own shows. After you're independent and you take that type of loss that he took, you're as an independent guy, you automatically everything is on you. He can't put forth that type of bread. Even Ryan Garcia is with Golden Boy. But he understands his independence.
Ryan Garcia is not independent. He can't do what he wants.
I know he's not independent, but he understands it. By saying I have
the second part of what you're saying, I get. But the fact of the matter is, Devin got there without a big promoter, and you're not giving him credit for that.
He got it. Listen, bro. You're talking about getting there. I'm talking about living there.
He was living there. He still has
no. I'm gonna say it again because that's where your pack is busted. You're talking about getting there. I'm talking about living there.
Shakur's still not there or living there.
No, but once he gets there, he'll live there. You know why? Because he was the best in the amateurs.
We're not. What are we talking about? We're talking about promoters.
We're talking about how boxing is a business of punches. And if you wasn't the best in the amateurs, you can get there, but you ain't gonna live there. Wrong about what?
Why did Canelo?
When Floyd got on his own, did he not live there? Did he not live there with the biggest paydays?
Dog, you said this was the argument, and I don't even know what you're talking about anymore. You said Devin Haney.
Y'all niggas don't know boxing.
No, absolutely, I'm stupid.
Because I'm only talking about shit that actually happened.
Yes, and what actually happened was, Troy, that Devin Haney, up to this point, independently, has had a more.
And that's where you don't hear yourself talking. Go ahead.
Devin Haney, up to this point, has had a better career financially than Shakur Stevenson.
Whose career about to be fucking over? See, that's why I keep saying this shit, but you throwing your arms up to this point. Are there more points to go? These niggas done. Shakur about to retire. He not. Devin Haney done.
Shakur's still begging for a big fight.
Listen, Shakur will get those fights.
When?
In the future. Is he retired?
Isn't he older than Devin Haney?
It don't fucking matter. Is he retired, my nigga?
Okay. When did
Shakur retire? Yes or no?
When did Terrence Crawford
get his big fight? You ain't even answer my shit. I barely ask questions.
When did Terrence Crawford get his biggest fight?
Is Terrence Crawford getting more big fights?
How old was he?
It don't fucking matter.
Listen,
Bernard Hopkins fought till he was 50.
He was in jail. Again,
it don't matter. He fought till he was 50.
How old was he?
It don't fucking matter, Norbs. Bernard Hopkins fought till he was 50.
Didn't Tommy Bud Crawford complain about being with a big promoter? Didn't Bud Crawford complain about being with a big promoter? Everything that you're saying, I'm busting your pack.
No, you're not, because the guy you're talking about, you're saying he's about to be done. So what other paydays he getting? His paydays are going down and Shakur's are going to go up. Because Shakur has the skill set.
But he has the big promoter.
Boxing.
He has the big promoter.
You're not fucking thinking, my nigga. When you take punches, it'll allow you not to box no more. So Devin Haney is one fight away from being done, period. No more payday.
The argument. Now, again, how difficult sometimes is it for promotional companies to come to the table to make a big fight happen? Let's revisit that. Come on, let me finish, bro. Was it Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather long overdue when it happened? And wasn't Manny Pacquiao with Top Rank, and wasn't Floyd with Al Heyman, and promotional agreements pretty much held that fight up for years? But yet when you're independent, you don't have to worry about that.
Independent. He wasn't independent.
That is my point.
After he was already established as Manny Pacquiao, he should have been independent. Floyd been saying it. He doesn't need.
Why would you be independent if you need a big top promoter?
Manny Pacquiao doesn't need a big top promoter, because once he had a couple trilogies and established himself as Pacquiao, he didn't need a promoter. I keep saying that.
Answers my question with Devin Haney. He went independent.
Manny Pacquiao was knocking shit out.
Devin Haney still got to where he got to being independent.
But he can't continue it. His boxing career is fucking over. Devin Haney's career is over.
That's not the argument we're making here.
No, the argument is his brand, how he going to continue to make the payday.
His brand is taking a huge hit. Yes.
Yeah, and he's not going to make no more paydays like that ever again.
So again, that statement you just made, the only thing I asked
he will only get that with a promoter. He has to actually sign to a promoter now. He can't be independent no more. He has to do what Ryan is doing. They have to switch roles.
Yeah. Well, on that note, guys, I got to get out of here. I got to get to make it to
Yeah,
money.
because I'm tired of talking boxing with niggas who don't know shit.
When you replay this, you're going to see how incredibly
No, I'm not.
biased you sound at that point. Well, he absolutely left because he was upset, which, whatever, that's my guy. But the argument was simple. He turned it into, you need a big promoter. So I said, okay, then Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney are pretty much the same age, same weight class. Who's had a better career up to this point? Who's had a more successful financial career? It's not Shakur Stevenson. It's not Shakur Stevenson. Now, all I'm saying, this entire show is basically about. I apologize, y'all. I was saying, forget if you hate Devin Haney, right? Devin Haney's brand is taking a major hit because of this law. So I understand why Devin is suing him. Because you tested positive. He feels like you didn't beat me fair. You tested positive, and now I can't even get the type of numbers that I was once asking for and what I was once receiving. Guys, people aren't even bidding on him. That's all I'm saying. All this other stuff, whether you like him or not, it's irrelevant. But the facts are the facts. Nobody can say prior to the Haney and Ryan Garcia fight, Haney was looked at on another level. In fact, they had some type of agreement with PBC and Eddie Hearn, which was going to lead him into the future because they believed that he was going to defeat Ryan easily and continue to make big fights. That is a fact. I even seen Devin Haney possibly going up to fight Bud or somebody like that. They were investments in him. The fact of the matter is Devin is suing because those same investments that were once on the table are not there anymore. Hence, that's why he has a valid argument, quote unquote, in regards to his brand being hurt by Ryan Garcia beating him, but also beating him by cheating. That was the actual argument. Not about an eighth of a gram. None of that. It's pretty simple. Is his brand affected after this fight? Yes. That's a fact. Did Ryan Garcia get test positive for cheating? Yes. Did Ryan Garcia come out and say his brand, the supplements he was taking were tainted? Yes. Did he not say that they're going to hold the pressure about it? Yes. Did the company that he claimed, right, respond by saying they were suing Ryan Garcia for lying? Yes. These are all facts. Now, all I'm saying is Devin Haney may never return to boxing the same way he ever did or the same way he was viewed because of what he's faced. I don't believe he's there mentally anymore. I don't even think he wants to fight anymore. He's the champion in recess. Whatever that means, I have no clue. Adrian Lopez says, the way the Haney's are moving leaves no doubt to me that they erased that loss in Mexico. They probably did. They don't want that loss on the resume. They're celebrating the loss. But again, guys, I said this on multiple shows. Because of the culture of the black boxer today, what Floyd Mayweather created was if you don't have an O, you're not worth it. And that is why a lot of these boxers are fighting to stay undefeated and avoiding the big fights. So Devin Haney clearly believes that if that loss is there, and there's footage of him getting killed out there, right, that it will clean out, it will destroy his career. And in fact, Eddie Hearn came out and said he has to take a discount. Nobody's bidding for fights for him right now. That's all proof leading to the point that I was making, that Devin Haney, his brand has been hurt badly by this loss, and he's trying to get back. And honestly, I don't think he believes he can get back boxing-wise. He's not going to knock anybody out to get popular. He's not going to do that. He can't. Okay, some saying what Tank got his belt and denies his belt. They was other champions. Yes, but he still beat Kambosos to be unified. That's a fact. You guys could say that, but he actually got unified. You can't hate on Devin Haney. It's just crazy to me how many people were complaining about we're glorifying Haney and now want to hate on him. That's the facts. Prior to this fight, he was the guy. He was the guy. Wouldn't say destroy, but taint his career. I agree. Matias lost, and people saying throw him away. Matias never accomplished anything in order to lose that way. Matias, a lot of people are criticizing him because he seemed more excited to be popular now and got beat by somebody a lot of people didn't know. Now, Matias also is Puerto Rican, so they're going to get behind him. When it comes to being a black boxer, there is this cloud over your head that if you take a loss, you're not the same. And that happens to come from the Floyd Mayweather syndrome. Period. Devin Haney definitely believes that, and I don't think he believes his brand will ever be there again. He doesn't knock people out. He's not exciting. His biggest thing was his boxing skill and having the O. Now that he's been embarrassed by publicly beaten to a pulp by Ryan Garcia, that no longer exists. Listen, guys, don't go to me. Look at his look at the interviews that people were saying before Ryan Garcia's fight against Devin Haney. Look what they were saying about Devin. Nobody had Devin Haney losing this fight. Nobody had Ryan Garcia winning. And nobody had the fight being close. So the perspective of Devin Haney has clearly been hit. That's my point. And at this point, Devin Haney's trying to get some type of retribution because he believes that he's not going to be compensated financially what he would have if Ryan would not have beaten him. And that's what he's trying to say. That's the whole argument. Shout out to my guy, Troy. He's an emotional individual. He's a good guy. But sometimes when you lose an argument, you lose an argument. It just you can't argue and then go into a completely different point. This is the point. Did his brain get hurt or not? Yes, it did. It's completely 100% accurate. But I don't believe mentally he's there anymore. I don't think that he believes that he can seek retribution. I don't think he believes he can win again. Or he can win, but he will never be viewed the same. And that's why Devin Haney is suing. That's why I believe his career may be over because he will never reach the same stuff, the same goals that he once had because of the type of fighter he is and the fact that he has already taken a loss publicly. That's why the Haitians were trying to get that erased so bad. They got a no contest. They've been celebrating online and still undefeated, but everybody's seen what Ryan did to you. Now, is that fair? Ryan did cheat. Absolutely. Okay? And that's his argument. That's all I'm saying. That's it. On that note, I got to go take a shower and get ready, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. It was a fiery show. My man Troy got very emotional, but that's my guy. Love him to death. We are out of here.